Hello and welcome. I'm joined by the Betfred World Matchplay champion, Luke Humphries. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Can you do it again?
I'm joined by the Betfred World Matchplay champion.
It feels unbelievable. It's something that as soon as I won that World Championships, I got asked, "What's your goals? What do you want to win?" This was the one. This was the one I wanted to win after being the world champion, and obviously I wanted to win the Premier League as well. But this was the goal, to win this, and it's actually this in the World Cup. And to do them both, yeah, I am absolutely over the moon. There must be an interview up there where I told people that was the two I wanted. But I'm incredibly pleased. You know, I'll never ever have to worry about winning this again because it's that, except for the Worlds, it's the hardest tournament to win in World Darts, I can assure you.
Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up on this very, very special show.
Very few people are allowed in here.
I mean, I was in here last night watching on the big screens with everybody else.
You sent Phil Taylor to get you fish and chips?
Well, very often.
You fell apart a bit at the end?
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah, see that crap.
Yes, I'm joined by Luke Humphries. I'm going to say it again. The Betfred World Matchplay champion.
Oh, keep saying it. It feels great. Every time it gets announced now, it feels incredible.
And you were in a scrap at the end, weren't you?
I was, and Michael started to get better, and I started to get not worse. Well, kind of. I started to drop off a little bit, and you know, when you're playing these long games, they do take you out. I feel incredibly tired, but to show that resolve in the end after he missed them 3 darts to hit that 100 out shot after the 140, you know, that just shows incredible grit, determination, and I guess that's why I'm called Gorland.
I was about to say that was some finish for 100.
It was. It's a finish I'll probably watch back many times, to be honest. I think the only other time I've ever watched the finish back so many times before was that 138. Against Gerwen Price. They're just you have to watch them back and just realise, you know, what you've achieved. Picking up tournaments like this they just don't come around every year, and it won't come around every year. I'm not going to be picking up every major every year, and I'm not going to be winning all the time. It's just not the way it works. But 5th major title now, you know, it's incredible.
But you've joined a very elite group now. World champions and Betfred World Matchplay champions in the same year.
Yeah, there's only 4 people to do it now: Peter Wright, Phil Taylor, Michael Van Gogh, and now me. You know, it's an exclusive club to be a part of, and you know, 3 absolute legends of the game in there with Peter, Michael, and Phil. So for me to be a part of that, it's a dream, and you know, something that I would never have ever dreamed of being a part of. You know, last year when I walked away in the semi-finals after I lost to Johnny Clayton, but you know, this is something that will really build my confidence, and you know, something that I really will never forget.
You've looked confident and assured all week. I mean, what was the pressure like coming into it as world champion and world #1?
I didn't feel the pressure, to be honest. I felt really comfortable. You know, I've been in the biggest game in world darts in the world final, and you know, when you've been involved in something like that, nothing else can be harder. You know, that is the game that everybody wants to win, everyone dreams of. You know, this is the second. So obviously I knew there was a little bit of pressure at the end there, but you know, I think for me, I've been in so many major finals. It's my 8th out of 10 now major finals. I've got that experience, and that helped me through the line, to be honest, because if this had been my first major final since the UK Open in 2021, it probably wouldn't have been as smooth as I'd have liked it. So it just come with experience, to be honest.
What's it mean to you now, personally?
Honestly, it's hard to describe to you. Personally, in my family, it just means so much. You know, being world champion, it was obviously the one that made you feel like you completed darts, but I knew that I hadn't. I knew there were so many targets I wanted to set myself. I wanted to win. You know, this was the next one, and I've done that. You know, obviously Premier League now will be another one that I want to complete. The World Cup was one that's completed. You know, there's only the Premier League left on. I think the Premier League, that's the only one that's left on Sky Sports to win, and that is, you know, incredible. You know, but Betfred have been a fantastic sponsor. You know, I think it's been one of the best world match plays that we've seen so far. And I met Fred up on the stage, and I met him earlier.
You had a good chat with him?
Yeah, I had a great chat with him. A lovely guy. You know, this match play belongs to Betfred, to be honest. They're the true sponsors, and hopefully we have a long partnership in the future as well.
Well, we certainly love it. You said early on in the week to me that you used to dream about lifting this trophy, so dreams do come true.
Well, I think I'm still dreaming. I still dream. I can't believe that's mine, to be honest. It's you know, I looked at it earlier, and I thought, you know, I'd love to have that one. Honestly, it's such a beautiful trophy. It really is special, and you know, Phil won it so many times. So to realise that Phil had that 16 times and I've had that once, yeah, very special. It's something that will live long in the memory for me.
But I just get the impression You fancy winning it again now, don't you? You fancy winning it a few times.
Yeah, it's one of them trophies you don't want to give back, and I think that next year I'm going to have a big task to retain it. I think the way I played this year, it was hard for people to get near me, to challenge me. Michael did. He really put in a fantastic performance, but next year I'm going to have to work even harder. And all it does is makes you want to drive and work harder and practice harder, because you don't want to give these ever away. You know, I don't want to give my world title away. I don't want to give my World Grand Prix away. I don't want to give this away, Grand Slam. You know, all these titles, I just don't want to give them away. So it drives you on to us.
Right, just stay with us for a few more minutes. We're going to hear from the Betfred Women's Champion. But behind the scenes, we've been raising money for Macmillan Cancer Support. Watch this.
It is time for another Betfred World Matchplay 9 darts challenge. Every point you get will be converted to £1 for Macmillan Cancer Support.
More nervous about this.
Come on, Michael.
Nobody's broken the 400 mark yet.
Oh, no pressure, got to be perfect.
Let's hit a few treble 20s then.
Better on the stage tonight?
Oh, 100%.
Right, we'll see what Damo thinks about that.
I'm pumped and ready, and let's bloody go for it.
Michael.
Brilliant.
Oh dear, I've got all nerves all of a sudden.
Not bad, not great, but not bad.
Average.
What's up with me and hitting once?
Oh my word!
But for some reason, treble 1 and single 1 was my best friend at the minute.
I already got more than Dimitri.
Fell apart a bit at the end?
Oh, yeah, obviously. Did you see that crap?
Could do it again.
No.
We can't do it again.
We can't do it again, but if you want to top it up with your own money, that's fine.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who has taken part in the 9 Dart Challenge in association with Macmillan Cancer Support. But now I am joined with our first winner of the weekend. It is Bo Greaves, back-to-back World Matchplay titles. Just sum up your initial emotion.
Yeah, obviously I feel absolutely great. I think just going back-to-back is an achievement, obviously, and I'm just happy that I improved on my first game, and I managed to sort of throw some good darts at Fallon, and yeah, I'm just so pleased to be stood here saying I'm the winner.
We could be on for one of the highest averages, if not the highest average ever by a woman in a TV event. 108. Double 2, would you believe? Well, she's doing everything right.
And it must be thrilling, the manner in which you were able to record that victory, an average just shy of 99 in the final.
Yeah, this thing's about time, isn't it? Like, I've had a few games on the stage where I've not played that well, but it's nice sort of just, I was just so comfortable up there. I was a bit shaky, but like that helped me in a way, and yeah, I just sort of peppered that treble 20 and made it difficult for Fallon to get legs back.
And I saw you just after you'd played in your semi-final and you said, I'm finally starting to settle. Were you a little nervy early on?
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit, just for the fact that obviously I could have lost, and it's always hard coming back after winning last year. So it's nice to just sort of settle down afterwards. And I don't know what happened. As soon as I won the first game, I sort of just settled down a little bit and just sort of started to play my game, not think about anything else. And I just felt confident after that. So yeah, it was a confidence boost sort of. Even though it wasn't great, just getting a win was a big help, yeah.
And that rivalry with Fallon Sherrick, that could be huge in the women's game, couldn't it? Because so often when you meet each other, one of you, if not both, does something pretty special.
Yeah, that's it. Fallon's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, we've all seen that. I think after the women's series and that, it's always a toss-up of who's going to win one. But I think it was just one of them games where I just had a little bit of a head start against her, and that obviously aided me to win. But she's absolutely brilliant, and obviously we're both really good. So I'm sure another day she might have won, and then I might have won. It just you don't know one day until you get up there. So, but yeah, I'm just over the moon, to be fair.
I think understatement of the weekend is we're both a little bit good, but you getting your hands on this trophy for a second successive year does mean you've booked your spot at the Grand Slam and the World Championship at Alexandra Palace. You must be so excited to get back to Wolverhampton because you gave it a really good go in the group stage last year.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's something to look forward to. Obviously, it's not my cup of tea, really, playing against the men, but obviously I'll give it a good crack in that. But yeah, it's just a nice opportunity to be gifted that after winning. But yeah, I'll think about that on a later date when I get to it. Obviously, got a lot of the year to go yet. So, but yeah, just appreciate the opportunity that the PDC have given us, really.
And just finally, there's a development tour weekend next weekend. You have become the first female player to win one this year. Are you looking forward to going there next week? Of course, you're 8th in that particular order of merit already, having only played in 8 events.
I know, to be fair, I absolutely love it. I just have it, like I said, just a free agent in there, but I'm sure some of the lads won't want to draw me in the first few comps, but no, they're all sound, and I look forward to just sort of playing on the floor again. So the stage is not my... It's not my cup of tea, but yeah, happy to win today and looking forward to any further darts I've got coming up.
And you must be learning a lot, right, playing in the Dev Tour?
Absolutely. The standard on there is like just absolutely ridiculous. So just to sort of know that I can sort of play at that standard is a big push for me, and it's just the consistency, getting my consistency right. Because when you look at the darts that I played this week and you think, is any lady going to be good enough to challenge that? I think it's just all about timing and just trying to get myself up to that level. But it's going to be a difficult task, but I think I can get there, hopefully.
You've just mentioned you don't like playing on the stage. What's the reason behind that? Is it that you're self-conscious, you think about things too much? What's the reason behind it?
I think it's just a bit of like anxiety, do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really feel anything like that until probably like the start of this year or maybe last year, and I think it's just hard to I think playing the ladies as well, you feel like you have to play well for it to come back again, like. And obviously, when you look at the men, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? And then you look at the ladies, and it is a level below. I think it should be separate. I think, lady starts and men starts is a different kettle of fish. But I think we do well to sort of, battle against that and stuff. But yeah, I think lady starts should be pushed forward, and I think there's room on stage for us all to sort of compete, but at different levels.
Yeah, you are certainly one of the players bridging that gap. Now, Beau Greaves has made it back-to-back victories here at the Winter Gardens, an iconic venue in the world of darts, and Dan Dawson is going to show you around it.
Blackpool Winter Gardens, and the punters each year will be going through the main entrance on the other side of the building. But if you're a player, this is the secret entrance where you come in. So follow me and experience the life of a competitor at the Betfred World Matchplay. Rick, coiled spring. In there's the Empress Ballroom. But before we get to there, don't you dare, you've got to do all your media stuff. The giant wall of Betfred. For the game, the player will be here saying, yeah, I'm going to win, I'm going to smash him all over the board, I'm going to become the World Matchplay champion. And then after the game, he'll be saying, I wish it had gone a little bit different. This is the press conference area. Follow. The world's assembled media get to interrogate the players and then edit those interviews heavily depending on what they've said. But once you've done your media pre-match, it's off to do some practice. Follow me. First tantalising glimpse of the Empress Ballroom through there, but you're not going there just yet. And there it is. Hallowed ground in the sport of darts. This is where the friends and families and managers and whoever are watching, but the players are in here. It's the schedule for tonight, just in case you've forgotten when you're supposed to be on stage. Very few people are allowed in here. Sometimes they'll be practicing together. Sometimes there'll be a guy on this one and a guy all the way over on that one, not even looking at each other before they go and play against each other. So what, 3 hours, 4 hours? If you're Mervyn King, maybe like 9 hours of practice, and then you'll make your walk to the stage. But before we do that, I'm not even sure if we should be here. The TV studio. It's a lot smaller than it looks, but it is a heck of a place to watch the action. This is where Wayne Mardle will sit and spout predictions, which will inevitably turn out to be wrong. And just behind you in there, don't worry, I'll get the door, the commentary box. Still the remnants of John Part's drink while he was commentating. Now, the walk. If you're a player, you've got the call, you're on in 10 minutes or so. All the way, you've got to get from here down to the walkway. This is when you'll start feeling a little bit nervous, the butterflies starting. Through here, everybody's crowded around the walk-on area, all the way along here. You're escorted all the way back here. John McDonald is already winding up to announce you. The lights go up, your name appears, your name is called, and your World Matchplay campaign is about to begin. There, the hand slapping, you sign everything. If you're Dimitri van den Berg, you sign almost everything in the building. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Up onto the stage. Shake, shake, shake. Your kit is already laid out for you by the security guards. Game on.
Well, this was the man that was showing you behind the scenes, Dan Dawson, but let's talk Michael van Gerwen. He's absolutely gutted.
He is gutted, and do you know what? He should be and he shouldn't be at the same time, because he missed a whole load of doubles towards the end of that match that could have made it very, very different. I thought he was actually a stronger player towards the end of that final. He has done amazingly to stand up to the world #1 and world champion for the majority of that match. He was very, very fortunate not to be a long way behind after the first 10 legs. But after that, that was the MVG of 2 years ago who won it. And if we see more of that on a regular basis, Michael van Gerwen can win the Betfred World Matchplay again more than once. I think it's so encouraging, but obviously hugely disappointing for him.
I mean, he started to moat, he had a 116 and he missed 4 darts to make it 16 all.
Yeah, it's the vagaries of darts, isn't it? You can take out the biggest finishes in the game and then miss 3 clear darts at double, and it happened a couple of times towards the end, and it kind of let Luke Humphries off a bit, because I felt he was rattled. He was struggling to close it out, which is not something you associate with a man who's won all these major titles lately. But Michael van Gerwen, yes, he will probably play that over and over in his head for quite some time, but there was so much good stuff from it.
Very quickly, there's still a lot more to come from Michael van Gerwen, isn't there?
Yes, there is. And look, this is the longest wait he has ever had for a ranking title since he started winning big titles in the PDC 12 years ago. But the quality is still there. That is not in doubt. And I think you've seen from his reaction, it matters. The hunger is still there. He wants to be, if not, he wants to be the best, but he certainly wants to be challenging the best, and he did that tonight, and he wasn't very far off getting his hands on the Phil Taylor Trophy for a 4th time.
Well, darts is all about ups and downs. Well, so's all sport. And last Sunday, we all watched the England game here at the Winter Gardens. What made you watch a football at the Winter Gardens last night?
the possibility of Luke Littler and Michael van Gerwen tonight. Watching the darts last night, it's a great spectacle, as you know here. The atmosphere is fantastic. And to be part of the screening here last night with the darts supporters and England fans, the atmosphere was fantastic. No better place to watch it.
You've played at Wembley, you've played at Ellen Road, you've played at St James's Park, you've played at these huge stadiums in your career. How good is this as a sporting venue?
Well, when I came last year, you made me walk on stage here and throw darts. And I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever been that nervous before. You know, you tell me to do a whole walk on. I said, no, I'm not doing a walk on. I didn't do all the fans and everything. And obviously, as a sports fan, we quite often talk, don't we? What do you do if you don't like sport? I watch golf, I watch darts, I watch cricket, rugby. I love it, and obviously the football as well. But as a fan, I'm a darts fan, I'm a golf fan, I'm a rugby fan. But getting to stand on here on the stage and throw 6 darts at that board, I'm just glad I hit the board. I mean, I can play. I'm not bad. But I probably embarrassed myself last year. The atmosphere, it's incredible. The individualism of the sport is incredible, what these boys go through.
Do you have full respect for these darts players?
Oh, 100%, because you're on your own. And you look around here, you look at this auditorium, you look at the arena, and the amount of fans and the amount of noise that you have to shut out. You know, you've got to be very, very thick-skinned to be able to play in this arena. And all eyes are focused on you, and it's so individual. And anybody that says that darts is not a sport, I challenge them to come up here and throw a few darts in front of these people.
And how good is the atmosphere when the darts is
on? Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, so we watched the football in here last night, but the darts, the afternoon session, the evening session, there's nothing like it. I think the way that Fred's taken on the sponsorship for the Worlds and the next level that darts has gone to, and that people actually appreciate what these boys and the ladies do as well. That the game's growing at a huge rate of knots.
Your reaction to last night's defeat in the final?
Deflated, like everybody else in the country. I think obviously we've all become England managers over the last month or so. Everyone's got an opinion, but it's another major final, isn't it? It's another major final, but it's getting over the last hurdle. Disappointing the way that we lost. I think we could have maybe been a little bit more attacking minded, playing to our strengths rather than defending weaknesses again.
You were part of the golden generation. Your squad clearly felt the burden of wearing the England shirt. Do you think Gareth Southgate has helped with that?
I think he has. I think he's helped with it, but I think you can never take away the burden of wearing the England shirt. Not the pressure, you know what it's like as a fan, as a youngster. I mean, I grew up watching England as everyone did, and you know what the effect that it has on the nation I mean, I was in here last night watching on the big screens with everybody else, with the passion, the support, that the nation comes together and the impact that it has, the expectancy. It's on your shoulders. And you do feel that a little bit because you've been there. You've been one of the fans. You've been there as a child. I mean, we're in Blackpool now at the darts at the Winter Gardens. I remember in Euro 96 walking out of a pub in Blackpool. This is where I used to holiday with my dad. Walking out fighting back tears when Gareth Southgate missed a penalty in Euro 96. So you understand as a player. You've been there. You felt that as a fan. You take that with you and you experience all the highs and lows of a tournament as well.
Yes, that seems like a long time ago that England lost in the Euro 2024 final. Right then, this is the press conference area where the players come after winning their matches, and there's always lots of debate. And we got to the press corps to have a very special debate about darts.
Am I the victim of some kind of wind-up?
Do you not
I'm
stop?
getting increasingly agitated.
Yeah.
I have actually been for fish and chips with Phil the Power Taylor.
Best darts match ever. You were at the 2007.
Yes.
Not the best one though, is it?
Well, I think it probably was.
What?
It's the most iconic match that's ever been played. If you say to 100 people in a Family Fortune style question, name a darts match, that would be the one that gets named over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, but if you did Family Fortune, they said name a bird with long legs and they said Naomi Campbell. Like, that doesn't mean it's right, does it?
Oh, I mean, it's the quintessential darts match.
So Barney Taylor 2007 World Final. It's good. I'm not disputing that.
Well,
I'm going to say...
I was stood in the Circus Tavern and I can remember virtually the whole of it, you know. And Barneveld is the champion of the world. Who could not remember John Gwynn's line?
What about Scott Rand, Kim Hybrex in the first round of the
Behave
World
yourself.
Championship? Yeah, but it was good. That's it. It's character.
Well,
It's just-
Taylor against Lewis in the Grand Slam of darts is the one that gets mentioned a lot.
That wasn't very close, though, was it?
Semi-final, no, but I mean it was ludicrous.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, it was 180 after 180 after 180 until Adrian Lewis could stand no more, and it was no mass, and Taylor won 16-9, did he, something like that? Well, apart from Scott Rand against Kim Hybrex,
There we go.
What are you coming back then with?
Well,
apart from
Scott Rand
offering?
versus Kim Hybrex is obviously the top one. Okay, I'm spitballing here.
Am I the victim of some kind of wind-up?
No.
I've come in here trying to answer questions sensibly, and then I'm clearly, I think
You haven't come here to answer
I'm
questions
assuming that there's a hidden camera here that's going to pop out and say this was all a joke, and we would be...
Right, do another one then. Do another one.
Right, so you've given up... I've
given up, right, you can have Taylor
So
Barneveld.
it's Taylor Van Barneveld or Rand versus Hybrex.
Yeah, let the people decide.
Put that to a public vote.
Yeah.
Well, at least I've got...
Naomi Campbell.
At least I've won the opening set. Right, this one now.
It's 15 love at best. What's that?
Littler is the new Taylor. That's not a statement by me. I'm going to put a question mark. So the question is Littler the new Taylor?
No. He's
I
the
agree
new
with you.
Littler.
I agree with you.
Oh, congratulations.
That was a
this
quick-
is a
quick,
rare
wasn't it?
moment of... There we go, we solved that one. Why isn't
Well,
he the new Taylor?
I mean, he's currently appears to be, by my counting, 16 World Championships and 16 World Match Plays behind. So
He has had a bit less time.
So darts sparks a lot of debate, but there's no debate at the moment. World number one, world champion, and now the Betfred World Matchplay champion. I've said it again. How does it sound?
You can keep saying it. I like you. It still feels the same as you did it the last two times. It's, you know, it's something that I'm going to have to get used to be honest. But to match with the worlds, then, yeah, they're the two best things you can record out in darts.
What's this mean for your family?
The Worlds is obviously the one, but of course my family have watched this tournament for many years. I've watched it for many years. You know, Phil Taylor winning it so many times, Michael van Gerwen dominating, Peter Wright having that incredible year when he won it. So many great players that have won this tournament, and to put my name on there, you know, especially after my good mate Nathan Aspinall as well, I think he'll be very proud and pleased that I won it. Obviously, he'd want to won it himself, but. You know, I think he'll be very proud of me to go on and do that. So yeah, just to put my name on there, it's an incredible feeling.
And the final question: what's it mean to you? What does this mean to you?
It's indescribable. It really, you know, it's one of the things when you in your chest, it just feels like you can't believe what's going on. I've had so many great experiences over the last 12 months. The Worlds is definitely, like I keep saying, the one. But this is just so close. It really is. The way I felt when it had double top for the win, it just. I said to it in my head, I thought really close to how I felt at the Worlds. To be honest, maybe this just has a special place in my heart. To be honest, it's just such a great atmosphere in Blackpool and in Winter Gardens, and obviously great sponsors with Betfred. you know, I think that maybe this is a very special one, close to my heart, and that's why it meant so much to me, and I'll very much celebrate for tonight.
Well, on behalf of Fred and everyone at Betfred, you're a worthy champion, and thanks for what you've done the whole week as well, and wish you best of luck for the rest of the year, and go on, celebrate one more time with you. Luke Humphries, the Betfred World Matchplay champion. Thanks very much to Luke Humphries, and thanks very much for watching the show, and thanks to everyone at the Winter Gardens, the staff, the PDC, the players, and everyone connected to this fantastic event. Thank you very much, Blackpool.
There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the river, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one, I'm the lady that'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock this place.